No, ladies and gentlemen, the next guest is specially from all the way from New Zealand. Here he is. Put your hands together and make some noise. Here is Bob McClaren!
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This Belgian beer is stronger, isn't it? You should be laughing, I am. But the good news is, my name is Bob, which means I get to drive you home this evening. So. It's not my country. Woo! I can't believe this place. Everywhere you go, Bob's going to drive you home. I'm like... Now, let me explain something about Belgian logic here. In New Zealand, we stop people from drinking and driving. We have these TV commercials where it's very graphic, a family driving, and they're all singing, "Oh, McDonald had a farm, and a crash, an explosion, and a drunken driver smashes, and there's flames and people dying." It's very graphic. And there's a big New Zealand voice going, "Don't drink and drive, or you'll die on fire." Fuck. It's not an intelligent country, right? Yeah. So now that's direct advertising. In America, they're very similar. They have a car driving down the highway, and the police behind them. Have you been drinking? But we come to Belgium and it's Bob's going to drive you home. Let me explain something about the name Bob. I am a Bob. I know what it's like to live for 40 years being called Bob. Bob is not a responsible name. At the end of the evening, you're drunk. You want to get home safely. You give the keys to a person with a responsible name, don't you? A name like, like Christopher or Aristotle or, What your name, sir? What's your... Tim. You should drink, Tim, okay? But you know what I mean? I mean, it's not... Bob does not inspire confidence in me. Because Bob's not even a name, it's a noise. It's the noise a small child makes when you drop it on its head. Bob. Which is how I got this name, basically. Parents, my mother gave birth to me and she looked at my father and went, "He looks so intelligent. Shall we call him Aristotle?" Bob. Whoops, we've broken it. Bob is a good name to give a dyslexic child. You spell it forwards, backwards, doesn't make any fucking difference. Bob, Jim, it is a noise. Ladies and gentlemen, have an experiment with me. Go home, take a small hamster, hold it underwater and squeeze it. Bob. Not the person you should give your keys to at the end of the night. But I know how it works. I know you're very clever, you Belgian people. I know you've thought this through. Loads of money went to Brussels and they had a huge think tank and they went, how should we advertise to stop people drinking and driving? And the intelligent people, we shall say, don't drink and drive or you'll die. No, that's already been done. Okay, how about drinking and driving's dangerous? No. How about Bob? Yep, yeah. I think the rationale is like this. At the end of the evening, it's 4 o'clock in the morning, you've got 6 pints of beer in you. It's very difficult to say one of these, like a French name, like Guillaume. Philippe. There's no, Philippe's going to drive you home. It's like, who's driving us home? Graham. Now, you know, the best reason is the only thing you can say after 6 pints of beer. Bob. Now, I assume your country has had trouble with this. Every country does. Drinking and driving is dangerous. Every country has the same. People don't go out to drink and drive, do they? People don't just sit there and go like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get drunk. So drunk, I can't stand up, then I'm going to drive my car. Yeah. Unless you're from Limburg or somewhere. Like, oh. It happens to people like this. You're all responsible. You're sitting here this evening watching a bit of comedy going, yes, I have a few beers. And after about 6 or 7 beers, you step outside and you're like, I won't drive my car. No, I won't. I'm very responsible. I've had too much to drink. I'll take a taxi. Unfortunately, your brain has been drinking as well, hasn't it? So you think, I'll take a taxi, and your brain goes, but you're Michael Schumacher. Who said that? I'm your brain. Never heard of you before. So, you know, at the end of the night, you get... The clue should be this. You know you're too drunk to drive when you can't start your car. You're like... Why won't it start? That's the door. You get in your car, and as soon as you start driving, you're immediately in a traffic jam. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Get out of the bloody way. Get out. What are all these cars doing here? It's a car park, Bob. Oh. Every single person has done this. I know, that's why I speak about it. We think we can fool the police by using Jedi mind control. Every drunk person goes, they won't catch me because I'll drive really slowly. Use the force, I do. Of course, the police are watching you drive slowly backwards down the footpath. But the police are fairly polite in Europe. You know, they're pretty relaxed. They knock on your window. Good evening, I'm from the police. Okay. That's probably why you're wearing the policeman's uniform. I thought you were from the village people. And all that discussion they have with you, like, so, sir, it's illegal to drink and drive in Belgium. Have you been drinking? That's a good... You always try and speak without letting any air out of your mouth.
That's a good question.
Have you been drinking? You sort of inflate like a balloon.
What was the question?
You've been drinking, haven't you? So first of all, we start with, so what's your name? Bob. Okay, you can carry on then.